Hello everyone, welcome to my chemistry channel B.L.Dash Short and Sweet in Chemistry. Now the topic is matter in our surrounding. This is the part 2 for class 9. Now you can see in part 1 I told about the nature of matter. But here we will see different types of matter. If you see different types of matter, then question is what are the types of matter. Then you can see in this inverse, one is solid, another is liquid, and third one is gas. Then what is meaning here? Solid, liquid and gas. These are called the three types of matter. Now matter around us, we can observe three types: solid, liquid and gas. You can feel which one is gas. If I say carbon dioxide, you can feel it is a gas. If I say water, that is a liquid. If we say solid, anything and any piece of glass and simple whatever you like, you can observe ice piece, you can see a piece of wood, piece of brick, anything that is solid. By feelings one can say whether it is a solid, liquid or gas. Now you can see here that means different characteristics of the matter. If I say solid, then what is mean of solid? Definite shape, volume and mass. If you say definite shape never change. The mass never change. Volume also never change. That is called definite. It is called solid. Here it is the strong intermolecular force of attraction. When there is a attraction between the particles, that is called intermolecular force of attraction. And you can see here then third point, negligible compressibility. If you want to press a piece of brick, a piece of wood, that cannot be compressible. That means by giving pressure, nothing is happening. That is called negligible compressibility. That means very high rigidity is high. Intermolecular space, that means the space between two molecules, then what is the least? Here space is least, that is why the molecules are close each other and behave as solid. Distinct boundaries, that is why it is a fixed volume. If you say today the piece of wood like it is a triangular shape, tomorrow it will change to circle shape. That is not possible at all because it has a fixed volume, fixed boundary. May break under the force as it is rigid. It may break, but it is not compulsory to break. May break by the high under force, then it is called rigid. And it may break under the high force. High density. High density means if you feel very heavy, very highly heavy, then is called high density. And melting point also very high, and then also boiling point. Solid means there should be solid to liquid, that is having melting point, the liquid to gas, that is boiling point. And so since it is very high density and melting point is very high, that is why it cannot flow. You know, liquid can flow, kerosene can flow, petrol can flow, and also water also flow. But here due to high density, any solid you see cannot flow. Then come to liquid state. What is liquid state? You can feel. You can feel, that is the correct. You feel it is a liquid by its volume, by its mass and shape and other characteristic, that is correct. One can feel. A definite volume, liquid has definite volume. That means not 30 ml changes to 40 ml. Definite mass. If you take weight, that also having definite mass. Definite shape also. No, it has no definite shape. So in solid it has definite shape, but liquid has no definite shape. It occupies the shape of container. If you put in a glass, the liquid occupies glass shape. If you put a triangular shape any container, it becomes triangular shape. So shape depends on what? Depends on container shape. Intermolecular force is less than solid but greater than gas. Now see, solid first, then come to liquid, then come to gas. In solid, one character is high, that is intermolecular force is high, then gradually it becomes less in liquid, and then it is very less in gas. So intermolecular space also greater than solid. In solid, intermolecular force is very less, that is why it is tightly closed. But in liquid state, what happened? The intermolecular space is high. That is why there is a distance between one molecule to other, and very less than, but very less. Intermolecular space is greater than solid but less than liquid, less than gas. When you compare the intermolecular space of gas, solid, liquid, then what happened in here? That is liquid, here space is less than solid but greater than solid. Intermolecular space is greater than solid, that is why one molecule, other molecule, there is a big space, large space, so it behaves as a liquid, and very but less than gas. But less than gas has very high difference or gap between space between one molecule to other. Low density, in solid has a high density, so it becomes heavy, but here low density, low melting point and boiling point also. When there is high density, high melting point, high boiling point, very low density in liquid, that low melting point and low boiling point. Density is interrelated with the melting and boiling point. Occupy the shape of the containing vessel. If you put the any liquid, any shape of the container, that occupies the shape of the container, can flow. Now solid cannot flow because it is very highly closed particles, molecules. But here what happened? They can flow from higher level to lower level because here the gap is more. That is why it comes from higher level to lower level. That is called flowing nature. Gas also you can find. Gas is very easy. I can say nitrogen, hydrogen gas, carbon dioxide, ammonia gas. Then what happens here? No definite shape, no definite volume, but definite mass. If I want to see LPG gas, liquefied petroleum gas, cooking, used for cooking, and here also you can find it occupies the volume of the gas cylinder, and that means here definite mass is there, and then no definite shape and definite volume also. When you giving pressure, there becomes very contraction and become very small and occupy very small shape. And intermolecular space is maximum. When you see one particle, another particle, there is a maximum space, intermolecular space, so flow in all direction. This intermolecular space is highly maximum in gas, but it is not so high in liquid and solid. Intermolecular force is minimum, so not rigid, easily compressed. And here also, when there is a space is maximum, intermolecular force is minimum, so it is not rigid, just like your solid. They easily compress by giving pressure. If you compress the gas occupy very small space, can be stored in a closed vessel, closed vessel a small space also, because here mass is there but no definite volume and definite shape. And here it occupies the container of the shape also, and here it occupies no definite shape and volume but definite mass. can be stored in a closed vessel just like LPG gas cylinder. Density also very low, so it can flow in all directions. Since molecular space, intermolecular space is maximum, and since density is very low, so it can flow in all directions. Diffusion by different types of matter. Solid, liquid, gas are there. Whether diffusion taking place in all case, solid, liquid and gas, not. You will compare with solid, liquid and gas. Solid and liquid can diffuse into liquid. Solid can changes to liquid, and liquid also changes to only diffuse into liquids. Suppose one liquid is there, you put that liquid in other liquid, that you can say diffusion takes place. Solid, suppose any solid you add sugar piece or any potassium permanganate, that is pink color crystals you put in water, or that is liquid, it can be diffused. Intermixing, that is intermixing of the particles of their own. The gases from atmosphere diffuse in and dissolve in water. Gases, so many gases are there in atmosphere. Simple gas, that is called homogeneous gas and heterogeneous gas. Now hydrogen, helium, neon, and you can say oxygen, fluorine, these all are gas that is existing, and that is called simple gas. When you say carbon dioxide, ammonia, these are the molecular form compound, that is gas compound. And here all are present in atmosphere, they diffuse and dissolve also in water. Ammonia can dissolve, oxygen can dissolve, carbon dioxide can dissolve. So many gases that will dissolve in the water, and that is called diffusion takes place, because here intermixing taking place. Gases, oxygen, carbon dioxide in water. Oxygen also put in water, carbon dioxide also put in water, and here essential for the survival of the aquatic animals and plants. Carbon dioxide is very essential for the plants, and here also dissolved oxygen also very important for the plants. Can breathe underwater due to dissolved oxygen water. See, if the animals, plants can take oxygen, that is for due to respiration, they can take breath underwater due to dissolved oxygen, that is called diffusion. Dissolved oxygen, other name can say diffusion takes place. Gas in liquid, solid in liquid, liquid in liquid, so many types of diffusions are there. And conclusion, solid, liquids and gases can diffuse into liquids. What is the rate of diffusion? The diffusion, how it will increase? When it is temperature is high. Then here rate of diffusion of liquids is higher than that of solid. Why? Particles are freely get a space, move freely and get a space between each other than the particles in the solid state. In liquid, the space is more, where the particle in solid, the space is very small. And here if you say compression of different matters, then solid how it will compress, liquid how will compress, gas how will compress. Compression, that is taking place due to pressure only. If you apply pressure, that is compressed. So who has high compressibility? Gases, because gas, the molecules, particles are separated from each other, having great space. Then gases, then to solid and liquid. Gases having a compressible power more. You see example, liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. You know better, that is you use for cooking purpose. The cylinder, what is containing, that is compressed, the gas compressed to liquid. So is one type of compressed gas, gas compressed to liquefied petroleum gas. Nowadays compressed natural gas, nowadays CNG, compressed, C means compressed, N means natural, G. Use as a fuel in vehicle also, as a fuel also, as in vehicle also, you are using CNG gas. The big city, they are using a CNG, that is written also on the vehicle, CNG vehicle. That means here natural compressed gas is used in as a fuel and also in vehicle. Due to high compressibility, a large volume of gas can be compressed. Because here, by giving pressure, it is compressed. So this is high volume can be compressed in a small cylinder and also transported easily. You know, the gases you can't transport to different places where they are very far away. But when you are giving compression, you can transport to any place. Examples are diffusion at home. At home also, intense stick whose smell spread all over the rooms because due to diffusion takes place, diffusion of smell taking place here with atmospheric air. Atmospheric air and intense good smell both are intermixing and it is spread all over room. The smell of hot cooked food, you know whether non-veg is cooking or not, whether good smell or bad smell coming from the cooked food or not. How can you know? Within a few seconds, due to high diffusion, you can get the smell from the cooking food in kitchen. Due to high speed of cooking particles, because their diffusion takes place high speed because their hot vapors are coming, high large space between them, and so it is spreading over all the room. Due to large space and high speed cooking gases show the property of diffusion. You know, there is a large space between one particle to other in a gas form, and also that having high speed also due to diffusion. So you can feel the smell from the cooking room. It's very fast. The movement is very fast with other gas, that is diffusion. In the same way, bad smell also same spreads due to diffusion, which is very fast with other gases. Good smell, how it is spreading all over the room, all over the area by intermixing with atmospheric area. Similarly, bad smell gas also spread due to diffusion. Due to diffusion and coming smell to different parts due to diffusion of gas. Gases diffuse faster than solid, and liquid also diffusion less than gas. So gases more diffusion than liquid than solid, liquid more diffuse than solid. So this is the diffusion of any gas. In this chapter, especially you learn solid, liquid and gas, different types of matter. And before that also I want to say in Hindi also I want to explain, try to understand. So first we will see कितना प्रकार का मैटर है. 3 प्रकार, वाक है, सॉलिड है, लिक्विड है और गैस है. सॉलिड का डिफरेंट नेचर है, वो वॉल्यूम डेफिनाइट है, शेप डेफिनाइट है, मास भी डेफिनाइट. ओजन करना है 3 किलो है तो कल भी 3 किलो रहेगा. स्ट्रॉन्ग फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन ऑल्सो वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. अट्रैक्शन कारण वो क्या होता है, ज़्यादा रिजिड होता है, टाइट होता है, कंप्रेसिबिलिटी बिल्कुल नहीं हो रहा है, और उसका जो स्पेस है बहुत कम है. और दैट इज़ वाई, या इसका क्या है, फिक्स वॉल्यूम है, स्पेसिफिक बाउंड्री है. में ब्रेक बहुत सारा फोर्स दोगे तो रिजिडिटी ब्रेक करेगा और सॉलिड ब्रेक करेगा. हाई डेंसिटी का कारण क्या हो रहा है, इसका हाई डेंसिटी है जिसके लिए हाई मेल्टिंग पॉइंट, हाई बॉइलिंग पॉइंट होता है. और ये जल्दी से जल्दी सॉलिड को रखोगे फ्लो नहीं होता है, कैन नॉट फ्लो, बट लिक्विड एंड गैस कैन फ्लो. व्हाट इज लिक्विड स्टेट, डेफिनेट वॉल्यूम है, डेफिनेट मास है, मगर डेफिनेट शेप नहीं है. इफ यू पुट इन ए ग्लास, ये ऑक्यूपाई करता है ग्लास का शेप. If you put on a triangular shape cup or plate, then occupies the shape of the triangular plate. Intermolecular space also बहुत हाई है, स्पेस गैप जो है बहुत हाई है इन सॉलिड. इसका लो डेंसिटी रहता है. और इंटरमोलिकुलर स्पेस लिक्विड में बहुत होता है, सॉलिड में कम होता है, गैस में और कम होता है स्पेस. इसका लिक्विड जो है लो डेंसिटी होता है, लो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट, लो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. ध्यान रखना, जहाँ हाई डेंसिटी रहता है, हाई मेल्टिंग पॉइंट, हाई बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. जिसका लो डेंसिटी हैवीनेस कम रहता है, लो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट, लो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट। और ये ऑक्यूपाई किसका शेप, कंटेनर का शेप ऑक्यूपाई करता है। और ये फ्लो होता है, ऊपर से नीचे तरफ फ्लो होता है गैस, जिसका शेप नहीं है, वॉल्यूम नहीं है, मगर डेफिनेट मास है। डेफिनेट मास मीन आज 2 किलो है तो कल भी 2 किलो रहेगा। शेप, इट ऑक्यूपाई द शेप ऑफ द कंटेनर, वॉल्यूम ऑफ द कंटेनर। इंटरमोलिकुलर जो स्पेस है बहुत हाई है, सो इट कैन फ्लो इन ऑल डायरेक्शन, 4 तरफ फ्लो हो सकता है। इसका फोर्स भी बहुत है, स्पेस भी बहुत है, जो फोर्स है बहुत कम है, सो रिजिड नहीं है, इजीली कंप्रेस होता है। और कैन बी स्टोर इन ए क्लोज वेसल, जैसे हम बताएं एलपीजी गैस, उसमें भी आप स्टोर कर सकते। ऐसे डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ क्लोज वेसल में स्टोर कर सकते हैं बाय गिविंग प्रेशर। इसका डेंसिटी भी बहुत कम है। डिफ्यूजन बाय डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मैटर। डिफ्यूजन कैसे हो रहा है, सपोज सॉलिड लिक्विड डालते हैं लिक्विड में, डिफ्यूज होता है। एक ड्रॉप लिक्विड, इंक लिक्विड, ब्लू लिक्विड डाल रहे तो पूरा लिक्विड में मिक्स हो जाता है। ऐसे गैस भी एटमॉस्फेरिक गैस में मिक्स हो जाता है। डिफ्यूजन, इंटर मिक्सिंग ऑफ ओन मीन अपने आप मिक्स होता है। और एटमॉस्फेरिक एयर में गैस, ऑक्सीजन, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इन वाटर, व्हाट हैपेंड, इट सर्वाइव द aquatic plants, aquatic animals, they can take breath under the water. Why? Due to dissolved oxygen water, that is called diffusion of gas in water. Then solid liquid gas can diffuse in what liquid, ये correct है। Rate of diffusion higher than that of, rate of diffusion किसमें, liquid में, higher than that of solid, due to particles move freely and greater space between each other the particles than the particles in the solid state. ध्यान रखना, लिक्विड में पार्टिकल्स मूव फ्रीली होता है, गैस में और ज़्यादा फ्री होता है। स्पेस सॉलिड में सबसे कम है, लिक्विड में स्पेस ज़्यादा है, गैस में बहुत ज़्यादा है। इसी कारण वो फ्लो हो सकता है हायर लेवल टू लोअर लेवल। कंप्रेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट मैटर्स, कंप्रेस कैसे हो रहा है, कौन कंप्रेस हो सकता है, इट इज़ ओनली पॉसिबल किसके लिए, गैस के लिए। एलपीजी गैस एक बहुत बड़ा एग्जाम्पल है। आजकल भी सीएनजी कंप्रेस नेचुरल गैस बनता है, वो फ्यूल में यूज हो रहा है, व्हीकल में यूज हो रहा है। जनरली बड़े बड़े सिटी में आप ऑब्जर्व करेंगे सीएनजी व्हीकल, सीएनजी एज ए फ्यूल। ये हाई compressibility or large volume of gas can be compressed. High compressibility because the space between the particles is high, so high compressibility. Large volume of gas can be compressed by the help of pressure to a small cylinder. If you put a large volume of gas in a small cylinder, then what is the benefit? It can be transport. इसको ट्रांसपोर्ट किया जाएगा। सपोज तुमको ट्रांसपोर्ट करना है दिल्ली से आसाम, गुवाहाटी, then it is easy. You give compression into a small cylinder. A large amount of gas, large volume of gas can be compressed and can be transported. Transport किया जाएगा easily. Example of diffusion at home. At home also you can feel how diffusion takes place. Intense stick आप जानते हैं, अगरबत्ती, वो 4 तरह का फैलता है due to only diffusion with atmospheric air. Small hot cooked food, नॉन वेज बना हुआ है, कुछ अच्छा सब्जी बना हुआ है, अच्छा स्वीट डिश बना हुआ है, आप स्मेल में जान सकते हैं। क्यों? ये डिफ्यूजन का कारण। इसका हाई स्पीड कुकिंग पार्टिकल्स, जो पार्टिकल एटमॉस्फेरिक एयर में मिक्स हो रहा है, ड्यू टू डिफ्यूजन यू कैन फील द स्मेल ऑफ गुड और बैड हॉट कुकिंग फूड। और सिमिलरली ऑल्सो bad smell also you can know whether it is bad smell coming from where. Due to large space and high speed, cooking gas show the property of diffusion. Very fast diffusion process इतना फास्ट होता है, एक रूम में खाना बनता है तब पूरा कॉलोनी को स्मेल नॉन वेज का आता है। क्यों? इसका डिफ्यूजन बहुत हाई है। ऐसे बैड स्मेल में एक जगह में कुछ बैड स्मेल का गैस प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है बाई चांस, देन ये 4 तरफ स्प्रेड हो रहा है वेरी फास्ट विथ अदर गैस, इट मिक्स डिफ्यूज, गैस डिफ्यूज फास्टर देन सॉलिड एंड लिक्विड ऑल्सो। So please subscribe my channel with love and affection and respect. Myself, B.L.Dash, short B.L.Dash PGT Chemistry, ex-PGT Chemistry, Kendra Vidyalaya Sangathan. My channel is B.L.Dash, short and sweet in chemistry, and I hope you will like and subscribe my channel to get further a new topic in matters that is in our surroundings. Thanks all for watching my video. I hope the best for the students. Thank you all.